Hi guys, my name's Erica and I'm going to be reviewing the SturdiBag, large SturdiBag by Sturdi Products today. So I purchased two of these actually for our cats because we're taking them from Korea to America in cabin. One of our cats is about 10 pounds and the other is about 11 or 12 pounds. So you can see here, so this is what the SturdiBag comes in. So it comes in plastic, it's all folded up. You can see the back here, so we have the bottom fleece panel. This is the leash that goes inside, and these are the two wire rods that will go on the top roof of the SturdiBag to give it more structure after it's all in. So I'm going to open this up in front of you so you can see everything that comes in the package. So first we have the actual SturdiBag. So this is what it looks like. It's all folded up. It condenses down pretty well. And you can see, so it has the bottom part and three sections. Now each of these sections has a wire rod inside of it to give it that arching structure. But obviously it just folds back up. So there's that bag. Next we have, so the SturdiBag actually comes with, it's like a big cardboard, not cardboard, but a hard piece that goes into the bottom of the bag that gives the bottom structure. There's an actual zippered portion that it just like slides right into, which is very nice. All right, so we have this very hard portion that goes into the bottom of the bag. Next we have the fleece lining. So this is actually really nice and squishy. It's very comfortable. I know that our cats really liked it already. And it has Velcro, so it attaches to the bottom of the bag with Velcro. And that is machine washable as well. Next we have two rods. Now these rods actually go in the top of the bag. That's to give it structure so that it stays up. I'll be showing you a little bit later where those actually go in the bag. And last we have the leash. Lastly, it's going to come with obviously instructions for how you can assemble the bag. It's really easy. I put it together in just like 10 minutes. I had no problem with it. And that is everything that comes in the SturdiBag. So behind me, I already have one of the bags assembled. This is what it's going to look like after you've put everything together. This is the front of the bag. As I told you before, there's a zippered section on the bottom that you just open up and you put that hard pad into it, and that gives the bottom of the bag a lot of support. So it's really nice, and it just slides right in, and then you can zipper it back up again. Super simple. Next, I'm going to open up this front part. So I don't know if you can really see. In the bag, there are these lines that run. You'll just insert these rods into these top lines that are sewn into the bag. It takes a little bit of muscle just to kind of insert the rods into it, but that also makes sure that those aren't going to be moving around too much. So it goes all the way back, it's sewn up on the top of the bag, and then you just insert it up into this part here. And there's two of them that run here and here along the top of the bag. And then that's it. Your SturdiBag's all set up. All you have to do is Velcro the bottom pad in, and you can put the leash on, right? And then it's finished. I'm gonna kind of talk about a few of the features now. So one of the things that I really like about the SturdiBag is that it's super light. I think it's maybe 1.5 pounds. I think Don't quote me on that, but it's about 1.5 pounds, which means that you're not adding a lot of extra weight because you're already carrying an animal in there. Another thing that I really like about the SturdiBag, and one of the reasons that we purchased the SturdiBag over any other carrier, is because the side is made of this really strong canvas. We were worried that our cats, they're not good travelers, so we were a little bit worried that they're gonna, at one point or another, probably get a little scared or freak out a little bit and start clawing at the inside of the bag. So the canvas exterior and interior is actually a really big plus for us. That being said, the SturdiBag does have several different panels. So I'll zip this back up again. So talking about kind of the mesh ventilation panels. So this front panel here, it's actually Velcroed up, so you have a privacy flap for your cat or your dog. The whole front panel is mesh. And they have little Velcro straps so that you can roll it all up. So it's not just flapping around and then you can just put it down like that. Same, you can actually unzip this portion. You can roll this up again. And then as well, it has a Velcro. So you can just put that all together down. In addition to this front door flap here, it also has a double zipper so you can open and close if you want to just let your pet stick their head out a little, or if you want to put your hand in. That's a really nice feature that they have 2 zippers here that you can finagle around. In addition to the front ventilation, they also have top ventilation flaps that go across the whole top. And again, they have a Velcro, so you can actually roll those up and keep them out of the way if you want to just leave those ventilation flaps open. And last, they also have a back half ventilation flap, so it covers the half part of the back of the carrier, which is nice. And again, this one doesn't actually have a Velcro, but you can just roll it up and stick it up like this if you want to leave that open. So there's plenty of ventilation. It's really nice, but there's not too much on the sides, which I actually prefer because, as I said, we didn't want our cats kind of scratching, and they're already going to be kind of in a high stress environment. They don't need to be looking around too much. Hi, Rumi. Yeah, he likes it. They don't need to be looking around too much at all the different strangers that are going to be around them. So we actually view the lack of mesh on the sides as a positive, but everyone's different. Next, so I talked about this front entry a little bit. There's also, it's called a top entry, but I would not call this an entry point for your animal. Again, so we have double zippers, and on all of the zippers here on the bag, there's also a zipper clasp that you can put together so then your pets can't push the zippers open, which is a really nice little feature that they've included. So we have what they call a top entry. I would just say it's kind of like a little hole that your pet can stick its head out of, or you can reach in and pet your pet, which is convenient, but obviously it's too small. You cannot load your pet into the top, which I definitely think is a negative point for this carrier. A couple more features that I do want to point out. So the carrier has a really nice handle. It's got a leather handle partition. You can take it apart if you want to have 2. You can put them together. It's a really strong, thick leather that holds it together, so it's very comfortable to hold. And it just snaps back into place. The other thing that's really nice about this carrier is the fact that it has a shoulder strap. It's a very sturdy strap. It's very well made. And it's a 4-point system, so it locks in 4 different spots on your carrier, and it helps to just to distribute the weight a little bit better and makes everything easier to carry. Another thing to note with the carrier, it does have a seatbelt strap on both sides. So if you see here and here, you can thread a seatbelt through. Now, this is good for car trips, but it's not really helpful for me taking my cats on the airplane. I would rather have they had a horizontal piece that goes through so that I can put that on top of my luggage holder, slide it through and so that it can sit on top of my luggage as I'm kind of carrying my cats around the airport. So that's one thing that I guess it's a nice feature, but I'm not really going to be using it much, so I would rather have preferred something else. Or even if they had seatbelt straps on one side and a luggage strap on the other, I think that would have been a really great addition. Last but not least, we can talk a little bit about the storage. So at the back of the bag, there's a little pocket for storage. I do say little, it's not very big, it's not a deep pocket. It sits pretty flush up against the carrier, so there's not really a lot you can put in there. Probably just, like, I've already packed some little bags of food for our cats, some treats. You can maybe fit a leash, maybe a collapsible dish, but that's going to be really full and stretching it. So like I said, there's not a ton of space in it, but it's still a nice feature to have. And I think that's pretty much it. So overall, I'm really happy with the SturdiBag. I'm glad that we went with it. I think the cats already, they sit in their SturdiBags and they're pretty chill. And it's going to be a good carrier for them on the flight. And for us, we're flying international, so I was really worried about them having enough room. We did order a little bit bigger, but as like SturdiBag, their big thing is that it condenses or it compresses down, which is really good. And it does compress down quite a bit. And there's still plenty of space inside. The animal doesn't feel too squished. Overall, recommended. Really like it.